Okay, where's Nosferatu? Who? Prince of Darkness.
Nightcrawler, the bloodsucker.
Corey Feldman has no idea what it's like not to be famous. He did his first McDonald's ad at age 3.
McDonald's gift certificates.
Which led to some of the most iconic kid roles of the 80s. Goonies.
This was my dream, my wish.
Stand By Me, License to Drive.
I literally was famous before I knew my own name.
But child stardom took a serious toll on him and his friends.
Do you feel like you missed out on a normal childhood?
What childhood? I don't know what that means.
He blames the adults who took advantage. Not just people looking to profit from charming children, but also, he says, some adults with far more sinister motives.
I can tell you that the #1 problem in Hollywood was and is and always will be pedophilia. That's the biggest problem for children in this industry.
The casting couch even applies to children.
Oh yeah. Not in the same way. It's all done under the radar.
I mean, you see every day in the tabloids the impact of drugs on child stars.
But nobody talks about that, huh?
Nobody talks about pedophilia.
It's the big secret.
And it's widespread?
Oh yeah. I was surrounded by them when I was 14 years old. Surrounded.
Pedophilia may be the least talked about threat to child actors. The most talked about, growing up too fast.
I've had this conversation so many times. It doesn't matter whether your kid's an actor or whether your kid's just a regular kid in sports. If you indulge that child and they don't have any kind of reprimanding for anything they're doing, they get out of control because they're going to keep pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope and pushing the envelope.
Obviously, kids don't have to be Hollywood stars to get in trouble.
Hey, Mr. Wilson!
But when your career is built on being cute and innocent, landing a tabloid reputation for drug use or simply erratic behavior can be a double disaster. Think Lindsay Lohan or Macaulay Culkin.
If you're not bringing in $100 million at the box office anymore, and your father's a difficult person to deal with, why would you keep hiring that person?
Even child stars who manage to stay grounded and sober tend to struggle with the simple fact of aging.
Sometimes people are like, oh, you're the kid from Jerry Maguire, and you're like, yeah, but you know, now I'm trying to be a serial killer in this movie, so please don't think I'm that innocent.
Jerry, do you know the human head weighs 8 pounds?
Jonathan Lipnicki had his big break at age 5 opposite Tom Cruise. Now 20, he's still acting, but not in the big blockbusters anymore. And he often feels like he's trapped in the same old script.
Human head weighs 8 pounds is one of the big lines, and did you know bees and dogs can smell fear? People have me try to say the line, and I'm like, well, I went through puberty, it's not gonna sound the same.
You know bees and dogs can smell fear?
They're like, say it like when you were 5, and I'm like, okay, I'm not that good of an actor. Come on now.
At age 10, Eileen Quinn was the lovable little redhead in the 1982 film version of Annie.
One mistake was giving up me.
So maybe now it's time, and maybe when I wait.
At age 40, she's now teaching theater at a college in New Jersey and still acting. But she realizes she may spend the rest of her life chasing the dream she fulfilled as a kid.
Together forever. I realized that the film was iconic, and who knows if I'll ever do another iconic film, but I just want to keep working as an actor. It doesn't matter if it's iconic.
Need sunshine now to turn my skies to blue.
Just to be working again and just doing more films and possibly doing TV would just be great. It doesn't matter what the role is or what the show is and how big it is.
It's a legacy Corey Feldman has no interest in passing on to his kid. So much so that on the red carpet, he hides his son's face.
Would you ever put your own kid into the industry?
No, absolutely not.
Never?
Never.
For Good Morning America, David Wright, ABC News, Hollywood.